Hey guys, I'm going to review a video called I Ate at the Most Expensive Restaurants for a Day by Naomi John.
Hello everyone. Welcome back. Guys, we're gonna try something today that I've never done before because we're gonna try restaurants in Berlin. But we're not gonna try the best ones, the ones that I know. We're gonna try something completely.
Another video in Berlin. Wow.
We're currently in the Ritz, one of the most famous and most expensive hotels in Berlin, and maybe even worldwide. I think the Ritz is actually international, isn't it? We're gonna have the Berlin's most expensive brunch here, which costs 200 euros per person. Thank you so much. Enjoy. I love the long broccoli. What is it called? Wild broccoli? Okay, so they know. They know. I'm just saying that I'm paying all of this. Like, it's not like this is a collab, but at least they gave me broccoli. That was good.
Stop lying. Why did you want the broccoli anyway? Broccoli is one of the most disgusting tasting plants on earth. It's a man-made plant which doesn't even exist in nature.
I have to say it's also very good. I ate it for the first time last week, actually. I've never had it before that, but I think it's my favorite broccoli too. Let's get through.
It looks like they had some kind of sauce over the broccoli, which is probably the only thing that actually tasted good there. The reason they do that, especially at these restaurants, is to make it palatable. Otherwise, it's impossible. Why would you want to eat simple broccoli? The sulforaphane taste and smell is insanely off-putting because it's a very strong toxin.
One of each. I don't think there's something that looks more disgusting than oysters.
It probably looks disgusting to a slave because they're not used to natural food, seeing as the consistency is the way natural food is supposed to be, or at least natural seafood. People nowadays are very used to food which is cooked, dry, has a lot of additives, chemicals over it, and that's why actual raw natural oysters look strange to the brainwashed senses.
Oh, no.
The lobster is of course cooked because they don't serve raw lobster. I've had raw lobster many times. Raw lobster is really one of the best tasting things on earth. Cooked lobster also of course tastes great, but raw, wow, it's really on a different level.
Aber das sieht doch alles eklig aus.
How does that look disgusting? What the hell? She said eklig. It's not eklig whatsoever. Bist du total bekloppt oder was?
How was it? Actually, I didn't mind it that much. It was much better than the first oyster I've ever eaten. I like the taste. I just hate the consistency, but I don't need to.
Exactly. That's the case with all raw food when people are not used to it. When somebody eats liver for the first time, they just can't get over the consistency because they're not used to natural food. Understandable, nothing wrong with it, but it's just something you have to get used to. I've never actually heard anybody say that raw liver from healthy animals, of course, tastes bad. They always say, oh, it's the consistency, they have to gag. That's understandable. It's the same with oysters, but you can't actually complain about the taste. The taste is freaking amazing.
The other ones, no. The only way I want to consume lobster is like all the people in the ASMR videos do it. Like this is not giving the vibe. Why is it pink? Is it always pink? I think I also have a consistency problem with lobster. The mayo's good.
That doesn't make any sense. The lobster is cooked. It really has the consistency of typical cooked meat, cooked shrimps, for example. All of that stuff essentially has the same consistency. It's like she's trying not to like these foods which the so-called rich people eat. It's not really the elite's food, but it's like the slave elite's food. This is what the rich slaves eat. The actual elite eats something completely else, which I'm sure you know about.
The broccoli is for cleansing the palate.
Next.
The broccoli is for cleansing the palate? What? It's really the other way around for every human on earth except for her. Broccoli leaves you with an insanely disgusting taste in your mouth, and even your body odor changes because the toxins have to leave your body. That's why people who eat broccoli smell so incredibly bad.
It's fish. This is eel. This is the eel.
Yeah.
And this is something that, I just have.
Eel also tastes really good.
What is this? Tuna? I feel like I also should try this because people have been going ham on him. But just scrape it out. Wow, that feels so wrong. I mean, obviously it's real, but I've never seen a fish like this. I just got myself some truffle pasta. They actually make this in some Parmesan, a huge Parmesan cheese bucket. And yeah, it's the truffle on there. That's it. Geile Scheiße. I thought it would be...
She complains about the best foods, but then says that the broccoli is good. She also took some bread, from what it seems like. And now she really likes the pasta. Okay, the pasta is, of course, full of cheese. That's why you like it. Nobody actually likes plain pasta. It just tastes like grains. Yeah, it's just the smell and the taste of it is disgusting. But when you put a lot of cheese and sauces on it, and in this case, of course, it's like the best kind of pasta you could possibly have, then you're gonna like it. Yeah, you don't actually like the pasta in itself. Really, you just want the cheese. She would love it even more if it was just a bowl full of cheese.
Very cheesy. It's not. It's the perfect amount of cheesiness. And the truffle, I love truffle.
Is it worth 200 euros?
Ask me that later.
It could be worth 200 euros because of the seafood options.
They just said after me there was no more pasta left. Don't give it back. Hello everyone, welcome to my cheese board. It's very late, so it's already a bit small. Usually I have a bit more cheese happening here. But yeah, we're just gonna take the leftovers of the rich people. I think that's all they come on now.
Yeah, and can we go to the cake?
This looks like a satanic ritual. I mean, it's giving moche one. Is it normal that this is so black? Am I taking this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take the one that is not black.
What happened to the spoon?
Frikella Bamberg.
I want you to stop filming right now.
We need some marmalade with our cheese. That is what...
That was pretty funny. I don't know if you know that guy. It's this guy who can supposedly bend spoons. I used to watch him. I don't even remember. I think that he supposedly does it with his thoughts. He was obviously exposed to be a liar. But yeah, that was funny.
Oh no, the cake is... It's way too dry. What is this?
Yeah, it is very dry. Let me try.
The cake is made out of too many grains. If you eat cake, then at least eat cake with a lot of cream.
Some of the stuff that we ate was even an audacity. Like, some of the stuff was outright not good. But I also have to say that you can have endless champagne. But is it worth 200 euros? Definitely not. Now we're gonna have some lunch. And for that, I have gone to the Mine restaurant. Mine? Mine? Mine?
Your restaurant.
Yeah, it's mine. Apparently, the Mine restaurant has the most expensive pasta in the whole of Berlin. And you know me, I'm a pasta girl. I need to figure out what that pasta is gonna be like. Let's have some Italian food. Let's go, Italian boy.
Italian restaurants are always assumed to have a lot of pizza and pasta nowadays, even though they also have carpaccio, which is a raw meat dish, steak tartare. Jesus, man.
Hi.
I really thought, like, it doesn't make any sense. I really thought for a second that that was real until she flew away animated like that. Like, I actually got a little bit, not scared, but yeah, I actually felt like I believed it. Something went through my body.
Guys, I have good news. I got my new drink. I can actually taste the almond in there, and I'm so happy. Maybe that is the new me. They had broccoli, so I had to order broccoli. Somehow, this broccoli, it just follows me. I mean, broccoli in general, but this kind of broccoli, like the wild broccoli, I didn't even know broccoli like this exists. And then I tried it last week in London when I was on tour for the first time. And since then, it's been following me. But I don't mind it.
Her video is kind of funny, but Jesus, man, what is this obsession with broccoli? Broccoli is one of the unhealthiest foods you could possibly eat. And then all of the talk about pasta and bread. Yeah.
So yummy.
Again, there's tons of sauces and additives to the broccoli, which is what you taste and like. Come on. At least that much you would have to realize. You gotta be conscious of why you eat and like something.
I think I ever had such a good broccoli. Brilliant. This is something...
That doesn't make any sense. All broccoli tastes the same. What you're saying is that you've never had broccoli with such a great tasting sauce.
I think we got it for free. Did we get it for free? Ravioli? What is it? Filled with ricotta in butter sauce with truffle. It's a bit watery, but it's still good.
Especially if it's for free.
Okay, everyone, so my 55-euro pasta is finally there. It is actually quite a small portion. This is actually the only spaghetti or...
Yeah, that is a small portion. You've got the noodles there, which are just fiber and sugar. There's probably some eggs also added into the pasta. That's how they always used to make pasta, and that's how it should be in a proper restaurant. And the reason it costs so much is because of the caviar. Caviar is great in itself, as in the fish eggs, but of course they are very salted usually, which makes them unhealthier, but also more importantly just not really palatable. I can't really stand tasting the salt in caviar, but they do that to preserve the eggs. I get that. Of course, ideally you would get actual fresh eggs straight from the fish.
Pasta on the menu that is homemade. Vincent's is not homemade. 55 euros, guys. It's salty pasta with butter. Wait.
Yeah, that's mostly all that you're gonna taste when you eat this dish, unfortunately. It's so salty that it penetrates your taste buds and overwhelms your senses.
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
That's good.
It's good.
Do you taste the homemadeness?
Maybe.
When you chew open the eggs, then of course the fatty acids come out, and it really does make it taste good. You also get some of the fat-soluble vitamins out of it. Of course, most likely not much, seeing as the eggs have very likely been pasteurized. 99% of caviar is pasteurized.
This is the lobby. This is where we want to go. It doesn't look too busy. I think we're good. It almost feels like you're an intruder if you don't actually sleep at the hotel and you just eat. I never do that. But anyway, we're here, and we're here for this and nothing else. Döner kebab, veal tenderloin, truffle cream, fresh truffle, marinated cabbage, red onions, tomatoes, flatbread for 29 euros. We got some snacks. What's that? Popcorn?
That's popcorn.
It's probably...
That actually seems like a pretty alright price.
Oh, it's not good.
I'm gonna have the veggie one.
Oh, you're gonna have a doner kebab, but just falafel, basically. I ordered a Bellini, peach liquor, peach something, and champagne, and it costs 15 euros. I'm just really happy that I have my champagne for my brain again. Look at Vincent's strawberry fields. It looks so pretty. Can I try yours? You're just so busy filming right now, so
I mean,
I'm doing you a favor.
You're paying for it, so.
Yeah.
Wow, what a great shot.
It's so good.
Is it a strawberry smoothie?
Maybe a bit. So here it is, as mentioned.
Oh, never mind, I take it back. It's just very thick bread with some meat inside and a bunch of vegetables, sauces and whatnot. I thought it would be different. That's not worth 29 euros. Well, I guess it is because of the ingredients, but still, it really looks like it's 50% bread.
As mentioned, we have the truffle. You can definitely see the
No, it's more like 60-70% bread, really.
Truffle in there, and I think the meat is actually the light part. That's unusual. You actually also get a real sip of item. It does look quite fancy, but it also looks a little dry. Squish it, and then you just go.
The first bite is always boring.
Okay. There's no sauce. I mean, don't get me wrong, the meat is really good, like really good. But why would you not put any sauce on this? I'm not a very passionate doner eater. Like, I just don't like the meat anymore. Back in the days, I really ate it a lot. This is not giving me doner.
I have to say, it was a very good doner kebab. And I think it was much better than the average doner in Berlin. Than the average doner in Berlin.
How dare people live?
That was the meanest stare that I have ever
Honestly.
done. There it is.
Wow, you're so Berlin. You're in the middle of the street. Oh my
There's
god.
also the police there. Maybe there's something happening there.
The
It almost got me again.
Ordnungsamt.
Ordnungsamt is. People thinking there's a life to be had here while I film. Yeah, that was our little Berlin trip. Let's go home again.
We've been out for too long.
So that was everything expensive that I tried. But I do have to say, I would be lying when I said the food that I tried in this video wasn't good, except for the brunch.
The video was funny, but it underlines the problem of getting used to slave food. She's used to grains and broccoli, whereas the rich slaves are used to farmed seafood and vegetables covered up in more luxurious sauces. It's a more prestigious slave food, but it's still nothing close to what the elite eats. They had some kind of a swordfish paste, whereas the actual elite eat wild swordfish, and what they really focus on is eating the bone marrow from the swordfish, which tastes like ice cream, the organs, the blood from the very healthy animals, from wild animals. Really, anything that you can eat at a restaurant is hardly even comparable to what the actual elite eats in their castles, palaces, far away from the slaves. Maybe in some restaurants you can kind of get a glimpse of what they eat, but even the restaurants that have 5 stars will still not really offer you anything that's actually really truly healthy. Maybe just a glimpse, as I said. Thanks for watching.